So this video we're going to start how to clean and compile llvm from Linux to Windows. So here's two methods we can do here. Of course, we still first have this posix thread model cross compiler. You can disable multi-leaf, it doesn't matter, just have that torch with all. But we need to have that. So before we do that, we need to install a library called llvm. So you can get llvm from the llvm this GitHub repository. We could get it from llvm here. We need to go here. And when we go here, we start to build llvm. I think I probably should just remove anything to just show you again. You can just do it, but whatever, you need to create llvm here. So llvm build, right? Build. Now, what we're going to do is that we need to create this llvm with the cross compiler we just provide here. Okay, we have config, right? So disable errors, disable error prefix equals host equals the thing we want to do here is posix prefix home torches remove native right. Just install the libs in our cross compiler. llvm config. It's just llvm. It shows that it doesn't have anything, So go back to llvm. Let me check what's wrong here. Contract. What? Config, right? I'll just manually config. They don't actually have anything. Just they want you to just directly do this, probably. So we go see the we need to set prefix, but we don't set host or whatever. I think this should be all the thing works here. This is quite ridiculous, right? Oh yeah, I think the reason is that they actually support that, but the issue here is you should not put anything besides what they would understand. Let me check. I don't remember how they dispute. I don't think they dispute this way, I'm not convinced with that, but if they just become this way, they just be host, Windows, whatever. Cross prefix. Host Windows cross prefix. Yeah. It's quite funny, isn't it? Cross prefix. Yeah, we need also this. So how do you tell it's a Windows thing here? C host. I don't remember it used this way, right? Oh, cmake list. Yeah, they do provide cmake, right? Yeah, they do provide cmake. That's this how the thing works. It's not. Yeah, I don't remember I even built those things before with it, right? So we can use cmake. So using cmakes with W64 posix, GCC. G++. Share. Yeah, by default, it won't build shared libraries. So we need to put shared libraries here. It also build shared libraries, right? So we need to de-insert equals all. You cannot produce a binary. R dynamic. This R dynamic. Prefix. Oh, yeah, I'm just quite messed up with this. So, cmake. It doesn't understand R dynamic, you know. Go back to cmake. Okay, we use cmake. We don't use any other thing here. DMINGW probably. It still cannot produce binary. use binary. Let's just innate the R dynamic. Why R dynamic, right? Dynamic. Okay, we just probably because build share lives here. I don't know. These are things. It doesn't have the thing here. It has no wingrass. It has no wingrass. That's an issue. So it cannot find the libraries we need. Okay, it's actually trying to explain it's a Windows. It's not on Windows. Probably because BGW. No. Or simply because the system name is on Windows. Why? Still why? Right? It needs to find wingrass, you know. Alright, DMINGW. Here's the thing, right? RC compiler. Alright. It looks like a particular issue with the thing here, right? They just put all the source of crap. Yeah, it works, but it doesn't understand R dynamic. So, and it's why it's DMINGW is on. Cannot find wingrass. Let's just go here. Oh no, posix. Oh, it's GNU, right? It's a GNU station. It's simply because it's in GNU. GNU landed here. Install prefixes should also be in GNU. Okay, here's the thing. They don't have R dynamic, right? But it force that with R dynamic. So what we can do is that we go here, we go here, we go the lib build, and we could. Why has always should be dir, right? Build a Ninja. It has the R dynamic, right? We just remove all the R dynamic. Remove it. Just remove it. R pass, whatever. We don't care, right? I just don't know whether it's not dir, right? It should be Windows dir. Build share libs and Win32. Yeah, it's not in with Win32. Build share libs equals all. Probably we need the Unix equals 0. All. because yeah, it's probably because this micro is defined with Linux. That is why we have the issues here. Still all dynamic, but still all dynamic, right? Let me just go and search what's wrong here. cmake. Cross compiler, right? It looks like a cmake specific issues, right? It's not the issues with the itself. I just cannot find R things here, right? The entire R dynamic bullshit. Ready? Okay. Now we get it here. We get our get our libs here with the torture. We need zlib. The reason in zlib is that LLD requires zlib. If we don't provide zlib, we won't be able to link binaries with LTO. Okay. Now let's start build here. So I have already built script before for llvm, but I'm not going to just show here. Let me just try whether the client share works here. AR runlib. We need to set runlib AR, set everything with it. Set DRLTOR, set LLD, set whatever we want, set thing LTO, right? Thing, do we have thing LTO here? Thing LTO, yeah. You share libs. And now we can do is that we replace this part. So we need table gem. I just mentioned before we need all the table gems. Torches, llvm. It's called Windows thing, quite funny. Let's call it compiler, okay. Let's just call it llvm. Replace everything like this. Like this, okay, I replace it with the thing I would use. Or fancy cross compiler has. Replace it with it, or with this, right? With this prefix. Replace the sister with it too. With the sister. Windows. Windows actually ensure we have built shared libs, okay. Now llvm build all the llvm dynamic lib, then ding lib, no such kind of thing. with clan, whatever, thing LTO. But my experience is that it just won't work, okay? It won't work. LD. We can have a try, okay? We can have a try on the thing here. So go llvm x86. It's called Windows game. It's the same thing, but it's we can just call it here. The llvm itself, it's not building any library with it. 1, 2, 3, 3 layers of llvm. It cannot produce any binary. It doesn't show anything. It doesn't understand. You have things here. LP thread, linker input, right? Okay, here's another thing we didn't do, is that we don't fuse LD equals LLD. You just cannot find libraries. I'm able to find libraries. Which is ridiculous, right? It doesn't understand here's the thing here. Which is something quite annoying. If we change any names, it will say hey, right? We're not doing the same thing. It's not the same thing anymore. Right? It cannot find the things here. Okay, so because of those reasons, we still recommend we just use GCC cross compiler, not using clang. Right? Because it just doesn't work, right? It just doesn't work. Not because I want to say, hey, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. What is our new installation prefix? Yeah, it's just this part, right? No, it's not here, right? It's somewhere else, right? It's somewhere else. It's here, right? It's just the driver here. But if we cannot find libraries, that'd be a very serious issue, because yeah, I think it just cannot find libraries. That's a major problem. It's just quite bad. Okay. It is bad. Don't use it. Don't do this. Don't bullshit. LVM nonsense. LVM nonsense. LVM nonsense. call it posix and just say the posix and it won't work anymore. Just make all sorts of weird assumptions. That's it actually the problem with putting things with each other is that when you're doing that, you will encounter issues like this, right? Source directory. Source directory. Okay. We just do this. Okay. Ninja. Okay. Now it's compiling. Okay, it's compiling, and we run it on the machine. On the machine. I don't think you are here to find libraries as we would expect, because all right, it's actually a problem, right? They have all sorts of things like this, but we're gonna just end up with all sorts of issues with it, right? It just won't work, right? It just absolutely won't work. Let me just try whether it can just correctly find out library with llvm here. I think it won't. Okay, that's the issue here. It just cannot find library. That's the problem. It just cannot find libraries. Okay, it's actually 2b, not 2c. Right, you can just cannot find libraries because when we are alright, I know why. It's because of this. It still cannot find libraries, you know. It just cannot find libraries. Okay. That's the problem. If we do any changes, it will say, hey, we cannot find our libraries. And it's gonna just say, hey, we stop. We give up, right? So we have to be extremely, we have to make it exactly the same. Like it's still cannot find binary, right? Because it just cannot find binary. Here's another build issues, which means they must be the same name. They cannot have different name here. Warning. What's wrong here? Config error. A performance has a steady clock here, right? So the steady clock is another bullshit. It's just just ignore the test. The test breaks things here. But we don't have static clock probably. If we compile. So here's the thing that is we cannot do. So which is it still has to be x86-64, W64, MinGW as prefix. All clan won't be able to find it. It just won't find it, right? So this is something which is very bad for llvm client, that it won't find the libraries we need, right? And so it's actually saying it must be x86-64, W64, right? It just make it that way, right? This is quite ridiculous, right? It just directly check the thing here with exactly like x86-64 MinGW. Even when using posix, which is being understandable by GCC, it's not understandable by client, which is the test use with the client here. So that's exactly the problem with when you're doing cross compilation together with things. It's just quite a huge mess, you know. Even if you think it's not a mess, it's still a mess, right? So so you just don't. The last video is just quite wrong. I think I should just go back and change the last video here to say don't use x86. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna change that. We're gonna still use x86, but when we're doing that, we need to really it's a negative view. Okay. Let me just check. Yes, whether the process is killed, whether it kills other process. Oh, it's killing process. It's killing process right now. Yeah, this is how the entire process works. We must put it as x86-64, W64, and it will work. Okay, so That's about the video. I'm going to continue to show that. But in general, you get the point, right? I'm going to go back and try something different. Okay, I'm going to go back and try something different. Probably. Yeah, this is a thing that just get messed up. Right? Doesn't matter. So okay, so that's about the video. If I have any issues, I can continue, but it doesn't seem to have big issues right now. So, but the compiler RT still need x86-64, W64. Okay, it must be that target. It must be that target. Okay, all the clients just don't understand what we are doing. That's the issue. That's the jury issue. So, yeah, let's stop the video.